Kapla, Trekkies, Trekkers, and everything in between. Dan Gunther here with some exciting breaking news about Star Trek Discovery. That's right, we have some more casting announcements. And some of you might be wondering why I used some Klingon language to introduce this video. Well, that's because today's casting announcement comes with a little bit of a twist. All three of the actors announced today are going to be playing Klingon main characters in Star Trek Discovery. So first up, we have Chris Obi, who will be playing the character T'Kuvma, who is, quote, a Klingon leader seeking to unite the Klingon houses. So this is a pretty unexpected and interesting little tidbit about the characters in Star Trek Discovery. A Klingon leader seeking to unite Klingon houses. That sounds really cool, really interesting. Kind of almost introducing a really political element into Star Trek Discovery that I wasn't really expecting. The second announcement we have is actor Shazad Latif, and he is going to be playing Cole, commanding officer of the Klingons, so probably the captain of the Klingon ship, or a Klingon ship in the series. And a protege of T'Kuvma. So a protege of this leader who's seeking to unite the Klingon houses. I'm assuming T'Kuvma as the Klingon leader is the chancellor of the Klingon High Council or something like that. And then, rounding out the cast, we have Mary Chieffo. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And she is going to be playing a Klingon named L'Rell, L'Rell, who is listed as the battle deck commander of the Klingon ship, so possibly a tactical officer or something like that. Now, I looked over the IMDB pages of all three of these actors, and they don't have a ton of credits. Chris Obi has a role in the upcoming American Gods series. He had a role in the Roots miniseries that aired earlier this year, and some small roles in various shows like Doctor Who and Free Agents, Snow White and the Huntsman, that sort of thing. But not a lot there. So this is really interesting. Looks to be a relative newcomer, so that's pretty cool. Same with Shazad Latif, not a lot of credits. A role on Penny Dreadful as Dr. Henry Jekyll, and a few other roles here and there. It looks like he was in the first episode of Black Mirror, which is really cool. I'm really enjoying that show, so that's neat. And he also had a role on MI5, a British series. I haven't watched much of it myself, but I have several friends who enjoy that show, so perhaps I'll ask them their thoughts on this particular actor. And then finally, Mary Chieffo has very few acting credits, so definitely a newcomer here. I'm really interested to see this character that she's playing, this battle deck commander, and what that will mean for Star Trek Discovery. And kind of going a little wider here, what exactly do these casting announcements mean for the show as a whole? This is a lot more Klingon characters than I was expecting. So I'm thinking that maybe we'll be seeing some stuff from the perspective of the Klingons. Maybe they won't just be a recurring villain or that kind of thing, but really play a fundamental part in the makeup of the show. And this is something we haven't seen a lot of in Star Trek, with the exception of Deep Space Nine, which, if you know me, is another reason that I'm really excited here. On Deep Space Nine, characters like Garak and Dukat and Damar and Weyoun, they weren't necessarily main characters, but towards the end of the series, they may as well have been for a lot of the screen time they got. And so it's really exciting to see the main character roles expanding outside just the officers on one ship. Deep Space Nine had Quark in the main cast, who is an alien who's not part of the command crew, but was still on the station and still interacted daily with the main characters. This really sounds like Discovery will be portraying things from a variety of perspectives. We won't just be on Discovery. For example, as of now, we only have one character announced who is stated to be a crew member on the Starship Discovery. We have these Klingon crew members who are obviously not part of Starfleet and not part of the crew of Discovery. And we have the captain of another ship, the Shenzhou, not the Discovery. And then we have one other Starfleet character where they haven't said that he's on Discovery or not. So this is really interesting. We could be getting lots of different ships, lots of different perspectives, kind of a wider view of the goings on rather than just one ship, one crew, and that's it. And I don't know about you, but that makes me really excited. So what do you guys think? Please let me know in the comments. What do you think, first of all, of the casting of these three actors, the character descriptions, and what do you think of some of the wider implications of having more non-Starfleet, non-main one-ship crew people as part of the cast of Discovery. Let me know in the comments, and be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you liked this video, why don't you hit that thumbs up button? We'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and hopefully we get some more Star Trek Discovery news soon.